5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, tell me what you got.
What we have here is the socio-sexual hierarchy, which consists of alpha, beta, delta. What is it? Gamma. And the
gamma.
omega, which is all the way at the bottom. And then what's news to me, the sigma.
Sigma.
Yeah, I fell in love with the sigma. I don't know, but now I'm like, sigma, oh my God.
Yeah, everybody's not an alpha male. Less than 10% of the population is an alpha male.
That's a little bit of people. Or males. That's a little.
So is that the most desirable guy, the alpha male?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Why?
women are super attracted to alpha males because they're leaders. Supposedly they're masters of seduction. They're confident, they're energetic.
But everybody would claim to be that, right?
Yeah, I'm sure everybody would claim to be that, but is everybody really that? Obviously, you just said only 10% of males are alpha males.
Right. So I wonder how much of the percentage are beta males. And beta males are cool too. I have some characteristics about beta males that because if you're not an alpha, are you a beta necessarily?
No, you have the betas, you have the deltas, you have the gammas, the omegas, and then the sigmas.
What are the difference? What is the difference? Like, what is a beta?
A beta would be like the followers of the alphas. Basically, a beta male would just be regular, go to work, cool guy, you know.
Right, but if he's following the right alpha, he could be a cool beta.
I guess. No, I mean, I guess betas can come with benefits.
Right.
Like you can have a beta that he may not be the leader or the boss, but he could probably make a decent amount of money, right?
Oh, snap. Yeah. See? That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
And I'm sure a lot of women like that.
Right. Right. No, there's nothing wrong with that. Because I would say 10%. 10%. I'm trying to think, like, wow. And are these like self-diagnosed alpha males? Or like I said before, like people like know that these people are like alpha males. You could just
I think you can see, like, it's obvious the way that an alpha male would carry himself, the way he speaks, the way he walks, the way he interacts with others, his energy, his aura.
So let me see what makes alpha male. What do you think? All those things you said, obviously.
Yeah, he's successful. He's intelligent.
They're highly intelligent, confident, and successful. Alpha males are generally considered great leaders and prefer to be in position of power. Common traits alpha males possess include being in a position of power, being comfortable with high levels of responsibility.
Right. With beta males, I don't think they have I guess there's levels of responsibilities, right?
Right.
So when it comes to the alpha males don't mind taking like a huge load of responsibilities. Beta, they're kind of like, I don't want to do too much. They don't want to take risks. They don't want to do the most.
Right.
Alpha males, they want to do the most.
Okay. It seems like a beta male is a pretty good catch. There's nothing wrong. Like, how much of the population is beta male? You know, because if 10% is alpha male, how much is beta male? You know, I wonder.
Let's see.
Would you date a beta male?
I guess that's pretty much all I've dated has been beta males.
Are you serious? They don't even tell me how much the population of beta males.
I mean, if 10% of the population, So that would be 1 out of 10, right? Is that 1 out of 10?
Let's only talk about
Don't
the
get
alpha
me.
males. Yeah, 1 out of
Right.
10. 1 out of 10, yep. The human alpha male population is probably less than 10%, leaving the rest of the 90% of the males on Earth as beta males. So I guess those other
No.
You don't think?
90% beta.
Damn.
We still have the deltas, which deltas are in the middle. So we don't even know what they do because, as we've talked about, is either you're up here an alpha or you're down there at an omega. When you're in the middle, it's kind of like you're not even seen. We don't know what you do.
Oh.
So what we can notice if you're at the bottom, if you're an omega, because it's the whole complete opposite of an alpha.
Yeah, this is old anyway. This is from 2012. So yeah. Okay, so omega. Okay, so omega. You don't want an omega male then.
Definitely not. What am I going to do with that?
So what about a gamma? What's a gamma male?
A gamma would be somebody who's just bitter, miserable, clueless. They could care less.
Bitter, miserable, clueless. So how would they make a good mate?
They wouldn't.
They probably would bring
They
you down.
actually they don't even care about dating women.
Wow. So what do they date?
They don't.
They don't date. Oh, okay. So that's a different type of male. So he just out there. So then now we have delta, right? So what is the delta male?
I told you, I don't know because nobody cares.
Nobody cares what the delta male is, right? So then we have the beta male. And I have 20 fascinating signs about beta males and why you should date beta males. You know what I mean? There's nothing.
And why we should date, like why women should date them?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure there's good qualities in a beta male, but that'll be hard.
Okay, so here's the one. His outputs are usually mediocre.
Why would I want to date that?
I mean, one beta male characteristic is that they are mostly mediocre. If you give the beta male a task, he would not put his best to deliver excellent output.
I want you to try to give me your best. They won't even try.
But what if because he didn't try to do his best, he has more time to be affectionate towards you?
No.
All right. Number 2, he's not goal driven.
Lost me.
So look, this is about this. I'm just trying to say, petty devil's advocate. If he's not goal driven, he has more time to spend on you. So once again, 2 things, more time to spend on you. For all the women out there who want somebody to spend all the time on them. And
So why would I want all that time? For us to be losers together?
I know women that want to be pampered and stuff. This sounds like a guy that would pamper you. Okay, number 3, he hates competition.
I mean, I guess that's not so bad if you're a winner.
He hates competition. One of beta male traits is the lack of competitiveness. So they don't like competing because they feel there's nothing to prove.
Yeah, you're a loser. So it's like,
Yeah, you don't got to prove anything, right?
That's it. Like you gave up.
But like I said, this is not to bash anybody, right? This is just to say that these are the type of males. And then once again, because he hates competition, at least he hates competition. Say if you're in a competition, you're a woman, you're in a competition, or you're doing something competitive, it seems like this is the type of guy that has all the time in the world to support you. There's another thing to think about. Let's think about it.
But how would I feel being the competitive one and the goal-driven one and being with somebody who doesn't want anything? They just want to be supportive towards me.
Yeah.
That won't work for me.
That will work for you, but can't you see?
I
know, but can't you see it being able to work for some people?
No.
She said no. This guy is going to be hyper supportive, I bet you. Okay, number 4, he's satisfied with his position. So basically, he's content where he is. He's not looking to move forward. And that's pretty much it. He's fine with his present level.
I mean, if his present level is at the top,
Okay,
that would be great.
Okay, because I was about to say that, because he could be, let's say that he, graduated school, he got into a high paying position, and he's fine with that. So now this beta male that I came up with, he's in a high level position, he's making money, he's fine with that. He's not competitive, he's obviously not assertive.
So how did he?
And he'll be all into you. And number 5, check this out. He does not convince people to adopt his thoughts. So there you go. If you're in a relationship with him, you always going to win.
I'm losing by being in a relationship with him. I'm a woman. He's a man. So you mean to tell me I can't adopt to my man's thoughts? So I'll be the one running things.
Right. That's based on the next one. He's usually passive with someone that he loves. So like you said, you win everything.
No. That's a turnoff.
I can see some women that'll love that. So maybe a feminist.
I don't know.
A feminist
I
might
guess
like that.
a feminist would like that. Because feminists feel as though they could be the man.
Right. Right. But there's nothing wrong with that. I haven't found a feminist that I can see like sexually attractive. That's just my weird opinion. I don't know. Just haven't found an attractive feminist. This weird. I don't know. That's just me. My opinion. Yeah. Move right along. He doesn't like leadership positions. So that goes into the same thing before. He doesn't want to be a leader. He lets his partner decide.
See, and this is why most women are attracted to alpha males. Because it's a turn on to watch a man be competitive and be goal driven and want to be at the top and do what it takes.
See, that's how, and that's another reason now. Here, check it out. If only 10% of the population is alpha male, according to that poll, but that was old. So it may be less or more, but plus or minus, whatever, a couple of points. How many males are pretending to be an alpha male? Because men know better of what women like. Because if you said women most likely like alpha males.
Right.
So, and I always felt that, and I can say this all the time, I feel like women have bad taste. That's just me personally. Because the guys that some women get with, like, as guys, we know this guy. We're like, are you kidding me? This guy has no clue, does she?
Lacking discernment.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Good point. Really good point. So I look at it, and maybe women could look at men the same way, like, huh, what's wrong? But it's very obvious with women. So what I'm saying is, like, guys know to fake alpha male traits, and women fall for it.
I guess, but after a while, it becomes obvious. Like, you could tell with certain things. Like, I would think that it is obvious, because with a real alpha male, you don't have to try as hard. I think when you're trying to fake it, you're trying too hard to be something that you're not. And I think they got it misconstrued, right? Like, what the real definition of an alpha male is.
I mean, I guess, but let's say, like, if the goal is to get a woman, and what women gravitate towards and what they like, being able to show that and display that early on gives you the best advantage to be with a woman, or.
Yeah, well, that would only work for a short period of time.
Yeah, that's true.
Because once it doesn't add up, the woman's going to be like, hey, but I thought you said this. Well, I thought you were doing this. What happened?
Right. It's all a timing thing, because the unfortunate part is it only takes a second before the two are joined together forever, pretty much. And that's the thing. And a man could always, like, how long before the facade is over? Sometimes it's a while.
I guess it depends on the woman too.
Right.
It depends on how much she's paying attention, what is it that she wants and is looking for?
Mm.
Because if you want somebody that's goal driven, eventually you want to see these goals coming to life, right?
Right.
So with a fake alpha, all he's going to do is talk about his goals.
But how can you spot the two? That's why you're saying the congruency, basically.
Right.
My favorite word.
Right.
That's how you know the difference.
Exactly.
It's like, man, no more. No, you're good.
You'll see the difference.
Mm. Is there anything other different and like better than the alpha?
To me, the new thing that I just learned today, the Sigma.
Sigma.
I love that because I feel like, yeah, the Sigma, he doesn't want any parts of the hierarchy. He just wants to be introverted. He wants to mind his business, focus on what he has to do. And he's just like, listen, fuck y'all.
Yeah, I ain't about none of this.
Yeah, like I ain't worried about none of that because I'm so focused on me.
Right. That sounds like a cool dude. How many Sigmas are there, though? How many of those are there? I don't think people even know about this.
Yeah, I think that's even less than alpha.
That's really rare. Whoa. Wow. So you want a Sigma male? You want to hear this?
Yeah.
This is 2022, so this is a recent. According to info floating around the net, Sigma men are so rare that they only account for 0.02 of guys.
Is it okay if I cry?
0.02. So think about it. And you know one.
You're an ass.
Oh man, I gotta do that one. Oh man. And yeah, that would be sad if that was true though. If that was true. I'm just joking, but like let's say if I wasn't joking.
I'm literally about to cry.
Because what are the chances of you meeting two? What are the chances of you meeting two?
Meeting an alpha is already hard, I believe.
Oh, so this now okay.
I believe more people fake it.
Okay, yeah, let's just stop. Let me stop joking. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe more people fake it than there are real alpha males out.
But the thing is, do they knowingly do it on a conscious level? I don't think so.
Maybe semi-conscious.
Semi-conscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of people want to portray something that they're not.
Right.
Because they think that they can make people believe that they're this person. And as long as they get you to believe, that's fine with them.
All right, I'm going to play a little devil's advocate. Aren't we all portraying something? Like, I think I can think in the mind of the character that I'm displaying and being. But aren't we all like kind of displaying something like that? Yeah, a little bit. Like we can pick and choose what we want to do, right? You can change your mind to be whatever you want to be, right? And are you that? Yeah, because you decided that that's what you want to be.
Right.
So I'm not saying we're all faking. We're all picking a character to play pretty much, and we stick to it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're really about that life, like if you decide, okay, I want to be an alpha male. Now you know you have to do what it takes to be an alpha male.
Right. Right. I get what you're saying.
But you can decide to fake it and I guess gain the benefits.
Yeah. I'm not gonna
which
lie
would be very short-lived, but
right. Yeah.
You're still going to experience some of the things that the alpha male experiences.
You really like turned me on to something new. Like when I first looked at this, I want to figure out all I can figure out about the Sigma male now, because that 0.02%, yeah, that's where it's at right there.
Yeah,
that really pissed you off. like you're sitting here.
I mean, it didn't piss me off. It saddened me.
It saddened you, but that's the sigma. But you still got the alpha. That's at least 10%, and that number might be higher because that thing was back in 2012.
But the sigma's so much better. Like, I love that mystery, to be like quiet about his shit. Doesn't really have to be outstanding as much as an alpha, which is cool because you got it. So obviously, and even an alpha doesn't really have to try that hard or show off as much. But yeah, a lone wolf. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
a lone
new.
Wolf. That sounds mad sexy.
Yo, I know, guys. Seriously, you got to look into being a Sigma male. Like, if you could, I don't know if it's a genetic thing or if you're born a Sigma male. I don't know, but this is so much better than the alpha male. It's ridiculous. Like, as I'm sitting here, I'm just looking at the numbers, 0.02%, and then it even got a picture of a strong guy with a crazy strong back. So you got to have a good back and great physique to be a Sigma male too. It's like, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
It's hard to find. I know it's going to be hard to find because think about the majority of the people. Everybody wants to be popular. Everybody wants to go along with what society thinks would be perfect. It's rare to find somebody that, thinks outside the box and actually, stays away from people and really focuses on themselves. A lot of people want to be liked by others so bad.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Like, they care about that so much that, yeah, I see why it's 0.2%.
0.02%. Like, that's going to make me post more and more. I don't care who watches this thing. I'm just going to keep doing my thing. And because a Sigma wouldn't care, right?
No.
I actually pledged Phi Beta Sigma when I was in college. I never finished, though. I just want to say that just in case, like, any of them are watching the show. They're like, he never finished, though. But look, you see how much it doesn't matter?
I mean.
But, they were cool people, though. But just wanted to throw that out there. So, Sigma. Wow.
That's where it's at.
She said that's where it's at. 0.02%.
People need to really look into this because if you are faking it, I think it'll be good for you to realize that people can tell.
Well, look, check this out. You know how they say you reach for the stars, you land on the moon or whatever. I don't know how it goes, right? So you reach real high and you land somewhere that's pretty decent. So instead of reaching to be an alpha, people should look up being a Sigma, and you reach to be a Sigma. You try to be a Sigma, and if you fall short of being a Sigma,
you'll probably be a beta.
You'll probably be a beta. You'll skip right from alpha, or you go right to beta, But like what I'm saying, Gisela, seriously though, on a serious note, beta males work for some women, and I can see how they work for some women. There's some women who I'm not gonna like just throw it out there because this is a show that don't want to challenge. They're sort of like big babies, and they want to be babied, and they want to be catered to. Some women. Some women. And I'm saying.
So what are you saying? That an alpha or a Sigma wouldn't be able to do that?
No, I'm thinking a beta would be better for that. Because the beta is not worried about any of him. He doesn't have no ambitions. He has all the time in the world.
I think that people, women and men, they have an idea of what they think they want. And when they get it, they realize how unhappy they truly are with what they wanted. They want time, they want affection, they want all that. But once they get that man that's up under them all day, like, yo, you don't got nothing else to do?
You don't got nothing
better to do?
That'd be messed up, yo.
That's not messed up, man. Honestly, like, I think it's good for people to have their space, do their own thing, be an individual. Yeah.
See, when you said somebody up under you all day, like, this catering.
Let's be seriously. Like, maybe at first, that's cool. But after a while, it's just like it gets boring and you're like, what are you doing with your
As
life?
soon as you see the next woman get yelled at and like real passion and stuff like that, you're gonna be like,
I mean, seriously, you're with a beta male. I'll be with a beta male. And now I'm in the room with 10 guys and I'm with this beta.
yeah. But in that room, there's only one alpha.
Yeah.
And think about it. If I'm with you, so you already know you it's like, no, I'm just kidding with you. I'm kidding with you.
Okay, imagine the women that are with beta males, right? You don't think that they're wondering what it would be like to be with an alpha? Or if they're in the room, now the alpha walks in and takes over that room. The attention is directed now to this alpha male.
Right.
They're going to probably look at their beta man like, damn, babe, you're not him. You're not that guy.
How would you recognize an alpha male or a sigma male, that's this like ridiculous. That's this like 0.02%. You know,
everything I just mentioned. You're a leader. As an alpha male and a sigma, you're a leader. Except a sigma is not really throwing it in your face so much or saying it out loud as much, right? You're seductive, you're energetic, you're confident. You're going to take over the room.
But if it's 20 guys, there's only 2 of them.
Right. And you could see, you could feel the energy.
But then they garner all the attention. So now there's more competition. Whereas but we can't even consider the sigma male, seriously, because at 0.02%, there's like one every what? It doesn't make any sense. So we can't even consider that guy because I was gonna say, well, that'd be the real catch, right? Because he's on the cut and the low, you probably can get to him more, and it just seems like he's more real. Whereas the alpha, he's the man, he's out in front. You know what I mean? He's the leader. He's politically correct. He's all of those other things too. You know what I mean? So that guy garners a lot of attention. All right, let's start it over again. Yeah, so basically that guy is going to get a lot of attention and, going to be able to have the pick of the litter. You know what I'm saying? So the chances of getting with him is like hitting a lottery, getting with an alpha male, right? It's almost like that chance, So what if you had a beta male who was following behind an alpha and was a really good student of an alpha? Would that guy be a good guy? Like, do you have alphas that are so alpha that if followed could make a better beta, make a better, like a super beta?
What would that look like?
It'll look like this. Say if I was in a relationship and I was always telling my wife about my boy who said that, like, he's doing this, he's doing this, he's doing this. Now that's got me doing this, doing this, doing this. And you see me actively doing that stuff because my boy is doing it and it's congruent. And you see that it is because he's doing it. You know what I mean? If he stops doing it, who knows what happens? I don't know. But because he's doing it, I'm doing it too. And you see the progress. What about that?
I mean, potential. There's potential there. I think a lot of betas do have the potential.
Right.
But it's a matter of, do you really want to be up there with the alphas? You have to do what it takes. So that would be, I guess, the difference. Betas don't want to do it.
But they work.
They work. They take care of their responsibilities, such as paying bills, I guess taking care of their household. It's a decent life, I would say.
Right. There's nothing to be ashamed of. It'd be a beta male.
No.
Right.
But it's like, okay, is this all that life has to offer? You know?
I don't know.
Yes, you do know.
What? I don't.
Yeah, I think you do.
if there's more that life has to offer.
I mean, for a beta male, right? Who does just the regular stuff, responsibilities, but not like a huge load like an alpha male will take on.
I mean, I guess I know a lot of alpha males.
You do? Because there's only 10%.
Yeah, there's only 10%, so I know them all, right? So no, like, well, yeah, I don't. What's the one that doesn't do none of this stuff? Yeah, I'm one of those.
Sigma. Like, if an alpha male doesn't have that many friends, because an alpha male has so many responsibilities that does he really have time to be socializing? He does while he's taking care of business. Yeah, right. He's interacting with the people that he does business with, the people that he's leading. But then a Sigma, I could imagine that he doesn't really have any friends. Like, he's just like, hang out with you for what?
What is that going to do me? I have a mission.
Right.
I have a purpose, a big purpose.
Exactly.
Yeah. I have other alphas I need to influence. It's like, no. But, yeah. This is interesting, man. Because any man would swear he's an alpha or now even a Sigma, now. Based off of the stuff and based off watching this, of course. It'd be
and
easy.
You can tell that that's not true because they'll get into a relationship with a woman and they can't even lead them, let alone lead other men, which alpha males do.
First thing first, too, an alpha male is like a top of his industry. So whatever you're doing, you got to be at the top.
Right.
So right off the back, if you're not at the top, you're not an alpha male. Even if you have the attitude and everything else, you don't possess the power because you're not at the top. So you're not an alpha male. And 0.02% of the population is a Sigma male. So we can imagine that you're not a Sigma male. Especially if you're watching this because I'm the Sigma male. I'm just kidding. Because what are the chances you know another one? But no, I'm just kidding. But
it's tough. It's tough. Especially for Sigmas. I would imagine that it's hard for those people.
No, but that's where I was going. You take a room full of 20 guys, 2 of them are supposed to be alpha males, right? The rest are going to be beta males. But there are a whole bunch of females in that room. There's going to be other guys that are successful. That's what I'm saying. There's a room for a beta male. A beta male who could pretend alpha and really be beta and be able to balance the two. That's a good guy, I would think, for a woman too.
I don't want my guy to pretend to be anybody. Just be you.
All right, can I throw a hypothetical out here? And it's like, if I was a woman, right, and I had all of the brains of a woman, sexually oriented like a heterosexual woman, and I know that there's guys out here that want to provide for me, and that's the role that they want to take and approach life with because they feel like they have the know-how and wherewithal, all those things. I'm gonna ride with that, and I can see myself being fine with a beta male if I'm the type of woman who, I'm doing stuff. Like, you know what I mean? This is like, I kind of got a lot of ambition myself, and I'm doing things and I'm moving, and I need the support from a man that's going to be there for me to support me in doing things while I'm doing it. I think that'll work. No,
I don't think so.
And mind you, my beta is making money. Like, he's making money. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna avoid that. I'm just saying hypothetically, cool. As a woman, I would want to be with somebody who's making some money. You understand what I'm saying? And if a beta is making money and he's supporting me, and I'm winning all of the arguments. If I'm the type of woman that's been spoiled my whole life, and then what if he's somewhat good looking, he's handsome, and he's a beta? There you go.
But do women want to win all of the arguments? Is that what women want?
I got an issue when I said that, the man should win a lot of arguments. I think that should be, of course, if it's warranted, the arguments he won warranted. It wasn't something he just made up or some bullshit like that. Right. I think that's cool. It seems like that's the way the role's supposed to be at times. But there's some people that got upset with me with that. And
I mean, do you think that in a relationship, the man should be the leader?
Me
Do you believe
personally,
that? Yeah.
I like the way that is. I like the way that is, but
Is that what you prefer?
to lead,
Yes.
you asking me?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
You
But I've been
think
that way
that
since 5 years old, though. I've had this attitude since 5 years old. So I didn't just develop this attitude. I always felt like men take care of women. Bottom line. So like I said, I've never found the feminist that I was attracted to sexually. I can't find one feminist that I'm attracted to.
Okay, so do you believe that these women that would make a good couple with a beta male are somewhat feminist?
No, not all of them. Some of them are just spoiled brats that can't take the word no, that don't know how to sacrifice for a little bit.
So then what happens to that beta male being with that type of woman? Because I would think that that type of woman is just never going to be happy or content with anything. Like, okay, she might think that she wants to be right all the time.
Right, but it's all about her, so it's perfect. Don't you understand? It's perfect because it's all about her. It's never about him. That woman can't be with somebody it's all about the guy. It's all about him. Alpha male, it's all about him. Let's make no mistake. You know what I mean? He's leading, so it's all about his journey and what he's doing. Selfish. A lot of those other words come in with that. So you got to be careful with that stuff too, if it's such a bad thing. I don't personally think it's a bad thing. It's one of many traits that people can have, but I don't think you have to worry about that with your beta male. He's more of a supportive individual. You can have like a super beta, I think.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
No.
How? A beta is a beta. You read, right? What a beta male is. They're just content with their regular life.
Right.
And that's the thing with women. They want more.
Why?
Because there's more out there.
Why do you need more? If both of them are going to keep you secure, think about that. If both males can keep you secure in security, you're going to get security and longevity. What's the problem?
That it'll be a problem for women who want that kind of stuff. Like like you were saying, a woman that's goal driven, I don't see her being happy with a beta male that doesn't have any goals.
His goals are your goals. Like, that's how it would sound. It'd be like, my goals are your goals. Like, whatever you need, I'm there for you. Boom. You see, it doesn't, come on, Giselle. That's not fair, yo. That's not fair.
How is it not fair? My goals.
10%. I don't know if this, like I said, that was 2012. I'm going to try to find another one, man. 10% of men are alpha males. So the likelihood of coming across these alpha males, well, you at least got to have 10 guys in the room and to know you got one at least, right? Like somebody in here.
This just makes a lot of sense to me, because when I talk to people about relationships, there are very few people who are actually truly happy in the ones that they're in. So that's what I think. Like, okay, yeah, it seems like it's working out. People are just making these things work because they don't want to be alone. They want to be with somebody.
But here's the thing.
It's like settling.
Here's the thing, Giselle, I believe. Like, if you're looking for happiness, that's a fleeting thing. And it's not about happiness. It's more about like
it's
steadiness.
A fleeting thing.
It's a fleeting thing. Yeah. Happiness is fleeting, man. I mean,
I would agree.
Like, if you're looking for happiness, then it's kind of like you're screwed. Kind of, I don't know if I'm articulating it right, but like, it's kind of like how I think about when I look at life myself. Like, I'm happy that I feel like I'm equipped to handle what life is going to throw at me. That's what makes me happy. You know what I mean? So it's more of that thing. Like, every single day, are you happy? I mean, that's kind of unrealistic.
No.
So, I mean, I think it's more of that. It's just more of like having a person that's pretty much consistent than being happy. Happy is, I think that's the wrong thing to aim for, kind of. Well, not the wrong thing, but it just seems like That's so
Yeah.
superficial, kind of.
Nah, I understand that it is fleeting and that maybe tomorrow I won't be happy, but that's what I would like to aim for. Yeah, I want to be happy.
Right. But if it's fleeting, then you're always going
Then
to be
what would I
sad.
do with a beta male who
But-
aspires to do absolutely nothing?
He aspires to do what you want to do. You're going to win all of the arguments. He doesn't care if he's not perfect.
No.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't care if he's not perfect.
Nah,
He's mostly
I need like a manly man.
He's mostly patient
sorry.
and calm. He's mostly patient and calm. He does
No, I
not
need
look
you to turn up.
intimidating. He's a good team player. He's not demanding. He puts others first before himself. That sounds like a great guy.
That's horrible. Why would you put others before yourself? That you lost me.
It says he's an introvert. That's number 16. He's an introvert.
So is a Sigma.
Ugh. He worries about the opinions of other people. So
That's horrible.
That means he's considerate.
That's horrible. Why
He's
would I?
considerate of other feelings, you see?
That's horrible. I don't look at that as a good thing. Why are you worried about other people and what they think, their opinions or their feelings?
He's friend-zoned. He's not self-disciplined. And finally, last but not least, he's physically weak.
So how is that? How are you going to support me? I don't get that. How are you supposed to support me if you're weak?
He sounds like the perfect man for either a brat, that's one,
Okay, well, I'm not that, I guess.
a feminist,
I'm not a feminist.
unattractive feminist, I mean. It's like, no, I'm just kidding. I haven't found a feminist attractive yet. I still haven't found. If you find a feminist that's attractive, please hit me in the comment section and blast me. Like,
I
bam,
mean,
bam,
but
bam. I just don't know.
everybody looks at that differently. You may think that this person is unattractive, but somebody may think she's attractive.
Comment below, please. Whoa, who? You know somebody? Who?
I mean,
Who?
let's say Hillary Clinton, right? She's a feminist.
Oh, shit.
Do you find her attractive?
Hillary Clinton?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm not going to lie to you. This is the first time it dawned on me that she's straight, right?
When you look at her, she doesn't look like she is, right?
You just threw me off with that real quick.
You're like, oh, shit.
And I'm trying to, I'm
Hillary
just
Clinton.
honest. I'm like, oh.
She was married to Bill Clinton.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, shit, she's not a lesbian.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Like,
Yeah.
oh, snap. I don't want to get in trouble with nothing, so I don't even want to get into it. You just threw me off. I was like, yo, she was really married. All I think about Bill Clinton,
She
Monica
is.
Lewinsky.
They're still married. She's still married to Bill Clinton. What do you think? She's a whole dyke out here right now? And
I don't want to get in trouble. I don't know what
so
to say.
obviously you don't find her attractive, right?
But I don't think I don't look at her like I didn't think that she was playing in this type of field. Like I didn't think she was, straight. I was like, now you messing me up. I didn't dawn on me that they were married. That's crazy. I'm a little off with that. I know Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, but now you kind of throwing me off. Like, oh snap. So
That's
yeah, she would be a
because
feminist.
I guess she slowly became this super feminist.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought she was a good vote for president. I never voted a day in my life, but I thought she would have been a pretty good vote for president. No,
She rubs me the wrong way.
yeah. I mean, they all rub me the wrong way, but it's America. I just figure like, why not try something new? We do everything else. You know what I mean? Why not try
It
something
makes
new?
no difference to me.
Yeah, but Hillary Clinton,
Just like it makes no difference to a Sigma.
yeah, no difference at all. No difference at all.
It's like, who cares who's president?
But Hillary Clinton, no, I couldn't see myself being attracted to her sexually.
Yeah, but Bill Clinton thought she was.
I read something about Bill Clinton. As a matter of fact, in this particular book right here, so this book said it. They were saying that there was a lesbian, and she got, when Bill Clinton was like going to be in office around that time, she got a chance to be around him, close around him, and she almost questioned her sexuality because she was turned on by Bill Clinton, and she was full blown lesbian. And what I read and did research about lesbian, that's a no go.
So then she wasn't a lesbian. If you have to question whether you're a lesbian or not, that's it. You're not a lesbian. Right? There should be no question.
Yeah, it makes sense because then, you just be bisexual.
But the majority of lesbians are bisexual.
But then they're not lesbians then.
Exactly.
Crazy thing is, we get in trouble for saying something like that? No, right? We're just talking. Right? That's just weird. We're just talking and asking questions, right?
Yes, we are. Because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just basically
you're doing
reciting
good. You're doing
things
good.
that I've read.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing good. We're good. The producers think we're doing good, right?
You guys think we're doing good?
We're doing fine, right? So yeah. Yeah. I know the guy in charge. So yeah, I think we're good.
Whatever the producer says goes.
Yeah. So I guess we touched on that. You're just out of it with nothing but an alpha would do. So you got to be in a room with at least 10 people to know that you might be possibly around an alpha male. And then you got to realize that he's not going to be like, it doesn't necessarily mean if you got 10 guys in a room that he's the best looking guy in the room.
That's fine.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, we gotta just kind of like process this.
Alpha males, the way they carry themselves, they don't have to be the best looking.
Right. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there, because women can get confused. Because like I said, I believe women have bad taste, period. Aesthetically, I feel like sometimes I can find a better looking guy for you.
Pretend.
Right.
Because they'd rather pretend. That's the easy way out.
Hey, yo, I'm happy that I'm going to give you a pound right here because I'm happy you didn't bash me for that. Because no bullshit. And that's why I be feeling like, I can find you a better match. Are you kidding me? You went with this guy? Like, I know him. Like, he's not even the best of the betas. You know what I mean? You could have got with a better beta.
Right.
But no, in the serious note, it's like, that's why. But we as men know what to do. Just like women know what to do, what to show to get men's attention. Men know what to do to get women's attention. And that's crazy. You understand? So we're smart too a little bit. Whereas, female, yeah, we're smart too. We know better.
Yeah, the only thing with that is, like I said, it's not long lasting. Because after a while, all the pretending, like, we're going to start, doing the math. And it's not going to add up. And now we're going to have problems.
Right. And you're just pretending all the time.
Like, if I'm looking for an alpha male and you pretended to be one, and now we're together, and now you're supposed to be a leader, but you're not doing anything. I'm going to start to realize that, right? Yeah. I think sooner than later.
Yeah. But, always make excuses. It is hard out here. So what the deal is, you got to have a track record of at least fighting. At least you could be like a gladiator to your woman. And she could see you taking down all these battles. Like he really trying.
That's what a fake alpha male would do.
You think a fake alpha male be trying? Look, if he's trying this, everybody's not going to hit, right? Everybody's not going to hit. It takes time. So if you can see a track record of him trying, not necessarily trying, doing and failing, that's better. Because trying doesn't make any sense. That's what I mean. That's why I think you said what you said. Because when I say trying, it's like, you probably look at trying like, yeah, that's not it. That's what alpha male would do. But I'm saying doing and failing, you see a long track record of doing and failing and it's not working. Then what do you do? Because think about this. Look at this show. It ain't getting no traction. What if I got with a woman, hypothetically, obviously, and I told her, like, this is what I'm doing. This is my show. You know what I mean? I work at Pathmark, but on when I'm off, this is what I do, and this is what I believe in, and this is what I'm going to be doing. 5 years go by, nothing happening from it, but I stayed consistent.
That's not what a beta male would do, though.
Okay.
That's the thing. Beta males won't be trying this hard. They don't want to take the risk. They don't want to do the work. They're okay with where they are. That's more of an alpha male thing, because an alpha male probably wouldn't mind the failures because he knows that after a certain amount of failure, success is going to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it takes, right?
It's
Even
scary,
even if you're an alpha male, not every time that you try something, you're going to be successful.
Right.
But you know that, hey, I got to keep trying because I'm an alpha male and I want to be at the top, and this is what it takes. Beta males don't think that way.
You know what it takes? It takes you got to be, this is advice that I would give a woman. You got to get with a guy, a friend that can help point out alpha males to you. Because he'll know. He'll know.
I think women eventually know. That's the only thing, though. Like the alpha males, it takes failures for you to gain that discernment and figure it out.
Women don't have the time to waste with failures, though. That's not cool. Like that's tough, right? That's tough. Like,
but what are you gonna do if it's a failure? It's a failure. If you dated a beta male and that didn't go well, what are you gonna do?
You could date an alpha male and it not go well.
I think that with alpha males, I think since they're in control, they know exactly who to go for.
They're not stupid, right? They're like discernment. They
right.
know.
They know.
Like that tiger.
Yeah.
I heard somebody sneeze. What was that? That's in the next episode. That's coming out. That coming out. Yeah. Yeah, man. I like it. I can dig it.
Yeah, you're steady trying to like sell this beta male and I'm not buying it.
It's just like,
but I get it. Like, but I think that the good thing here is that if you educate yourself, you can be there.
Okay. If I was me, female version, female brain, heterosexual sexuality, I would want a beta male.
Why?
That'll support me, that'll provide for me, that'll be there for me, that'll pretty much...
I think that it's easy for you to think that way because that's how an alpha male thinks. Isn't that what an alpha male would be looking for in a woman?
I don't know. I don't consider myself an alpha male no more. Like, listen.
I mean, but again, there's not much differences between an alpha male and a sigma male, except that
the sigma male got that 0.02% behind him. I like that. So like I said, I got a lot of work to do. That's that 0.02.
There's levels.
Yo.
There's levels.
I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm going home and I'm studying way more. Cause that shit is like, oh shit. Oh damn, I got bad news. This was a more recent study. The alpha male is extremely rare. Less than 1%. Less than 1%. That's why I sold this. That's why there's so.
And it's gonna keep getting worse. I think that it's gonna be less and less because the way that the world is set up nowadays, you have social media, you have society who's been ruining things for a long time already.
Right.
Yeah, nobody's gonna be trying so hard to do anything. You have somewhere where you could fake it. You have so many platforms now where you can pretend.
Right.
And it's so much easier to just pretend, right?
Right. And if any of those platforms, just to make it clear, make it known, look into the camera. If any of those big platforms want to come and have something to say about Ronald West TV, you have no idea. You have no idea how much we would appreciate that. Seriously, man. Seriously. Please criticize. Do whatever you got to do. We could take it. The time just went up. So that means every time you hear that thing go off on this channel, that means that's another 30 minutes of great conversation. So we're going to start it over again. Just give me a second. Let me just get up and do this. So yeah, man. Talking about alpha male, sigma males, the beta males, the gamma males. I don't know. What kind of male are you? You know, what kind of male do you want to be? What kind of male do you portray? Or if you don't care about this, then you might be the 0.02% of the sigma male. That might be you. Ooh.
Yeah, I doubt that the sigma male is watching this.
Oh, well, there's somebody I have in mind that might be the sigma male. And it's almost impossible if that person is watching. That means 2 sigma males. Like, no, I'm just kidding. Sigma male. Woo.
Yeah, I mean, look.
That's like a white tiger. A white lion, a black lion. Yeah.
It's
rare.
Hard. Yeah, it's hard. People are not willing to do what it takes. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
People aren't willing to make that sacrifice, put in that work, read, educate themselves.
Gisela, I told you, stop talking about reading. Stop. Just forget about it. It is 2022. Nobody's reading the book anymore.
Exactly why the percentage is so low.
And let me tell you, I'm glad they're not reading the books. I'm glad. I'm glad. You know how it feels when I talk to people, and women especially, and I can tell they never spoke to anybody in their life like me? You know how good that feels?
I bet it feels great, but you know how it feels for me? It feels horrible. Like, who do I talk to?
Nobody's developing those intellectual skills anymore. They can care less.
No.
I kind of love it, though. I can't believe it. It's like, wow, that's the hidden gem right there. That's the hidden gem right there. Because that's what the women really like. Because they can be attracted sexually to anything. That's how I look at it. And that's what I've studied. Well, that's what this book has shown me. This one book.
I can have sex with so many beta males, but what's that going to do?
Right. Right. So is it better to have a woman's mind than her body?
Yes.
Well, yeah, obviously, right? Because
yes.
This book says you guys can be attracted to monkeys having sex. I'm just saying.
I mean,
it's
the body, like, that's easy. That's easy.
Wow. Amazing. I knew this already, but like amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been studying this stuff for years. Reading about women and I interpret it my way. According to school, I was like a C/D student. But then again, my teachers weren't. Excuse me. In my estimation, in my guess, and from the studies that I have, my teachers weren't really confident in who they were. So that's why they didn't like me being who I was as a child. So
why
I don't blame
C and D? I could only imagine that it was your behavior.
The deal was my parents were too strict and I wanted to have more of a social life. So not having that social life caused me to like go home, do homework. No, I want to go home and like just relax. You know what I mean? And so that's what it was. I didn't apply myself. I didn't do the homework. I didn't do any of those things because I felt like if I did those things, I'll be doing that and missing out on a social life. I didn't want to do both. So that's why as a parent, I'd be very cognizant of that. Like, yo, let me be careful. Like, I don't want to take too much of the social life away because then, you know, so. But I agree from what they did because I love who I'm becoming. You know what I mean? That's all. So, yeah, that's another thing that come full circle. Like, yeah. But yeah. The mind is everything when it comes to these women. I just know it. Me personally, I see it. I feel it.
I think it is everything because we were talking about the beta males and they could be in a position where they make tons of money even though they may not be the boss or the leader of their company. They can still make a lot of money, right? But it's like if they're not mentally there, they can have all the money in the world. That doesn't mean that they can get my attention like that mentally.
But check this out. There are a lot of successful relationships going on with beta males, right?
I don't know how successful they truly are.
So what's
a successful relationship?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
What is that? That can mean so many different things to so many different people.
Right.
A lot of people, even in relationships, everything's pretend nowadays. Everything is pretend. People are just pretending. Everything is just for the look of things. So you're in a relationship because this looks good. Society says that you have to be in a relationship. You have to have a great job. So this is why people do the things they do. And they're going to pretend to be successful at it.
Now, here's the thing too. If the alpha male goes about things with like in a pragmatic way, things take time. Everything's not going to be good times, obviously, because things take time. I think the same thing happens in relationships. And what happens is, if you can go through what I call, obviously, the tedium, if you can go through that stuff with somebody and withstand that stuff, because it's going to happen. Like, it's not going to be all like fun all the time. Like, that's unrealistic. But if you can go through the unrealistic times with somebody, then to me, and you have somewhere you want to go, that's a successful relationship. And if you're still moving towards that, that's success. Because what success is, the definition of success is if you have a goal or something that you're moving towards and you're making strides towards that goal and you see it, then you're a success. So a successful relationship is not necessarily a relationship that's a perfect relationship. It's one that's moving towards a particular goal in that relationship. So, in that way, there are people that's having successful relationships with beta males. Who would know? Who would really know what a beta male is? Who would really know what a beta male is?
We know.
I know, but who? What species? XX or XYs? Basically, male or female?
I think both.
But I think, like I said, I think female have bad taste. I think a guy would know better, but probably. Oh man, see, I'm kind of giving myself away.
Would know too.
No, I think an alpha male would know if you're dealing with an alpha male. Think about it. And the beta male might know if you're dealing with an alpha male, but I think a male would know better than a female because you don't know if you're getting tricked or not. And it seems like us as like guys, again, we're not going to get tricked by.
That doesn't last that long. That trick doesn't last long. I'm telling you. We can go from 100 to 0 real quick.
But here's the thing. I guess what I'm trying to say is, this is weird. If you're not with an alpha male, somebody else has an alpha male, or God forbid, lucky if you find a lottery pick Sigma male, that person can help guide you to find, if you're looking for an alpha male, he can help you a lot better because he can say like, nah, this trait here, this trait here, this trait here. Throw it in your face and let you deal with it. What about this? You see when this happened, see how you took that? Like, come on. Wasn't that some pussy shit right there? And you'd be like, no, I don't like that. All right, cool. That's up to you. I'm just making you aware.
We're probably going to have to look into females too, because just like there's levels right here with males, I think there's levels with females.
With females?
Yeah. What do you think? We're all in one triangle?
Yes.
There's levels.
No.
Yeah.
There's genoid fat, and that's all that matters.
No.
I don't want no alpha female. I wouldn't want no alpha female. I'm good. I don't know. When I think alpha female, I just think, what's the new movie that's coming out with the green lady? She-Hulk. Like, I'm good.
The green lady?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Women, to me, it'd be best if they play the old school traditional role. I think that is cool. And if there's a woman that wants to play along, because we all play along with a role in society. We play along with the game we decide to play along with. I want to play along with the guy that I'm being, whatever you may call it. I am whatever you say I am. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to call it. And I want women, and I would want a woman who wants to play along with the traditional woman role. You know,
Right.
All of this new age stuff, that's cool. That's fine. No problem. I don't have no problem saying that. I don't see, myself like being interested in that type of woman. That's all. Nothing big.
I mean, again, because that's probably not a good match, right? Like an alpha male with an alpha female. You both want to be in charge. You both want to rule. You both want to lead.
Yeah,
That's going to be a lot of bumping heads, right?
Somebody got to sit down. Come on. Come on. Kidding me? Like I said.
But an alpha male would know that, right?
Yeah. He wouldn't probably
But it's hard for women. So I'm thinking the lack of alpha males, it's probably what led to this type of female. Because if you can see the work that has to be done, this is what I'm saying. Like, now you have a beta male who's not doing it.
No, I got
what
you.
are you supposed to do?
I want to say this because I know a lot of females, they might be watching the show. I just want to let you know, you don't have to worry about, if you watch this show and you know who I am, you don't have to worry about looking for the 0.2% Sigma male. Forget about it. You already know who he is, so that's not happening. So yeah, I don't know why I'm joking too much. I guess I was having too many drinks. But I had to keep making that joke. This Sigma male is so dope.
Right. I'm in love with a Sigma male.
0.02%.
I don't even know who these people are, this 0.02, but
God, 0.02. I would love to be that.
What would it take? What would it take to be a Sigma?
Jesus.
No.
I think
Jesus was alpha.
Jesus was alpha?
Yeah.
No, he was Sigma because he wasn't into the political shit. He was
But
Sigma.
he had followers. I feel like Sigmas don't have followers.
Yeah, that's true. If he was on Instagram, he would have had mad followers. Jesus would have had a lot of followers. I think in order to be a Sigma, you have to have less than 1,000 followers. I think you have to have less than 1,000 followers and be hyper influential and do professional shit at a consistent level. Yeah, and be physically fit. And extremely good looking. I think that's what it would take to be a Sigma.
We gotta find out more about this Sigma.
No, we don't. 0.02. Just leave it alone.
No.
Finding a Sigma would be like finding Bigfoot. You can forget about it. You know what I mean? Sasquatch.
I think people need to really level up, man. Level up. Why not? No.
It's extremely difficult. Depending on where you are and how old you are, it's extremely difficult. If you decide to level up at, let's say 35, you decide to level up. What age you think you're going to be leveled up? It's a good question.
Who cares?
Somebody can say so many things can happen. You can get lucky, but
it doesn't matter. Like,
good. I like that.
It doesn't matter.
That's that's the true commitment right there. Because that's the one that I'm on. I'm like, yo, it doesn't matter.
I mean, listen, if you're not trying to do it, then it's never going to happen.
Definitely never.
But at 35, if you decided to get up and do these things,
right,
it can happen.
Absolutely.
In 5 years, 3, who knows?
I know. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, that's for all people out there that, got stuff that they want to do, still want to do, and they feel like they're getting up there in age, but like we just said,
people just got to know that it's hard. It's hard. Nobody said it was easy, right? But that's what it takes.
Right.
You want to pretend? I don't know how people live with themselves pretending.
But I can see myself having to deal with the fact that, okay, I'm not an alpha male right now. I'm working to be alpha male. I'm working to be extremely desirable and beneficial to a woman. But the woman that I want right now, I can't get. What is your advice then? and now for somebody like that?
Keep working. Keep working. Educate yourself.
But all I could do right now is read a book. That's not putting me anywhere. You know, I'm still not going to be able to get with her.
It's going to put you somewhere. Once you read that book and you gain that knowledge, you're going to know what to do.
But when am I going to get with a woman? I want to get with a woman now. I don't have time to be reading books and doing all that shit. I want to get with a woman now.
You have choices.
You got choices.
You want to be an alpha male, you got to do what it takes.
Yeah. Sacrifice.
You want to pretend, you can get a woman that way, but it's not going to last.
Yeah.
You're going to have problems. You can be a beta and then be a little bitch and your woman's going to run shit.
You know what's crazy? All of the pickup line books that I've read, they all tell men to basically fake it before you make it kind of stuff. You know? It's like you meet a woman at a club, pickup line books I would read. You meet a woman at a club, you tell her you're an astronaut. You know, now she's like, oh, you're an astronaut. You know, basically, you know, that's just
and
basically.
And then when you can't take her to space,
right?
Then what? It's over. Like,
but by that time, according to these books, you know, these are men books. By that time, you already gotten laid.
Okay. I think that's easy.
Fair enough.
Like I said, it's easy. You can have sex with these people,
right.
All of them.
Right.
That's easy.
Yeah, but longevity and.
Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Just keep having sex with people. What is that going to do?
Wow.
What does it do?
Well, tell us what you think. Comment below. You already know what it is. You know. It's Ronald West TV. Reggie Butler. I already know you're going to comment below. Comment below. Appreciate those comments. Shout out to Reggie
Butler.
Definitely a shout out. I know you're going to comment. Let us know what you think. I'm just curious about this. Are a good catch to the right woman. And I think they can get really beautiful women actually too. Because I think there are a lot of women who don't want to compromise, who want everything their way, who want new bags, new stuff like that.
That's because they're so used to dealing with beta males that this is the attitude that they've had to like.
What if the daddies were, well, if the daddies were alphas, would they give everything to the, like, I don't know how that works, but how does that work? You know what I'm saying? What if they used to getting everything? They used to being spoiled. So that's what they want. I think a beta male.
Yeah, they're not going to get it from a beta male. They're not going to get it from a beta male.
It's not going to happen. It's not happening.
He's not willing to do what it takes.
But what if he makes money? He is willing to do what it takes. You tell him what to do. You are the one telling him what to do.
Let's be serious.
It seems like, look.
That's a turnoff.
If the beta male has all the money in the world.
I don't know. Women are stupid. Women are also stupid. So have fun. Listen, knock yourselves out.
I tried to say this a long time ago. It's like I was kidding.
Like I was saying, there's levels to women too. So it's like if you find a woman that doesn't care about your mentality, yeah, you'll probably be all right. If you can't stimulate me mentally, I'm good. That's super important for me. And I can't see a beta doing that.
So in order to stimulate you, you got to read a couple of books and watch the Discovery Channel.
Yeah. Yeah.
National Geographic. You know what crazy thing is? That is kind of more interesting, right?
Honestly.
Yeah, it is, right? It is.
And it doesn't have to be specific books, I think. It could probably be whatever you're into.
Yeah, you know what I thought about? Imagine you go on a date, right? No, real talk. And I was just talking about National Geographic, right? Imagine you go on a date. And I'm just, mind you, I'm a married man, but I'm just great with women. I guarantee you'll be interested in talking about a topic of me telling you about this show I watched about sharks and how the sharks like do things. And
I mean, I'm into that stuff. So
right. No, but you're into it. But who wouldn't be into it? Who wouldn't be into that?
When somebody speaks to you passionately about whatever it is that they're into and they have all this knowledge, yeah, they get your attention.
Right.
you're wild by like, wow, you're really into this. Like,
The
oh my
sharks.
God,
National
you
Geographic.
got me into sharks now too.
Yeah.
Like, what about the shark?
Yeah, you saying you're gonna operate like a shark? You think you're a shark? Oh, that's
Right.
just crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Just be different. Like my man said a long time ago when he was talking to the substitute teacher, he said, just be yourself. I never knew what he meant. But then I got it once I started to like myself. Like, oh shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, it's better than pretending. Pretending will get you here, but it's not gonna get you here.
Yeah. You know what I noticed too? When I look at guys, like, you know, and even females too, it's it's very rare you see and you meet wholehearted individuals where it's like, oh snap, that's a different person. Like, forget the name. You know the name of a person, I get it. But you're like, yo, they're different. Period. Period. You understand what I'm saying? Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what people say about me. It's like, no, I didn't say it. Because I know it's true. But yeah, you very rarely meet people like that.
Right. Yeah. That's a special individual.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. Like that
She
would
said
be
that's
somebody that's actually being themselves.
Right. And that's all you want.
And that's working on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, I'm myself. I'm this way. And I'm aspiring to be the best version of this. Versus trying to be like everybody else. And not being like everybody else. Because obviously you're you. So now you got to pretend to be like this other great person. And what's that going to do?
Yeah.
Could only do that for so long because you're you. You're better off just trying to be the best version of you. And that's my thing. That's what frustrates me with these percentages is that why aren't more people working on being great?
Yeah,
right?
I saw something like at 3% too just now. I was like, damn, 3%.
Like, I get everybody can be at the top, but wow, 2 people up there?
The alpha male, beta male thing is complete BS. This is studied psychology and behavior neuroscience at the University of Denver, Colorado. You know, sometimes when these scientists and stuff be saying stuff, it's like, all right, cool, man, cool, I get it. But and I know you study things and they've read books and they're professionals in the field. But the thing is, unfortunately, when you're talking about relationships, I can't believe you because you're not that attractive.
I think that they're beta males, whoever wrote that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it seems like can't believe it from you, man. Like if there was an attractive person like sitting there telling me about these things, it's like.
And this is what I'm saying, though. This is a perfect example of what I was just saying. You could be this psychologist, doctor person, and then be a beta and then write something like that. And then I'm just like,
Yeah, that's a good one, right? Yeah.
You're a beta.
Yeah, because the women
Or
are yeah.
Gamma. You're bitter and cool.
Well, it depends. If he has a woman, he's okay because he got a woman. But you can't be single and be talking this stuff.
Nah, I think that you can be in a relationship and be talking this stuff. You're probably in a relationship with this alpha female who's probably beating your ass.
Yo, you know what I witnessed one day? I witnessed at work. And I realized this guy, I could tell like from this situation that I was just wondering what it was like at home, but I'm gonna tell you what I thought. So a manager told a guy basically to do something. And I guess the way the manager said it, the guy who was taller than the manager, bigger than the manager, more apt than the manager, obviously, like this is more able, you know? The guy stood there, was like, I don't like the way you said that. You talk to a grown man. I don't like the way you said that.
Mm-hmm.
Please talk to me a better way. And as I was watching, I remember I said some stuff about like some misogynistic things. You know what I mean? And he was like, oh man, my wife, man, when I get home, boy, my wife. And then when he did that, I said, oh shit, you're a little bitch.
And this is the person that was trying to stand up to the manager?
Yeah, that's because he can't stand up at home, right? That's what that is. Oh, that made me, you know what? I was sick that day. Seriously, it made me like, oh man, 6'4". I said, oh, hell no. I said, what was that about?
See? I mean, when you're that guy, nobody's going to talk to you crazy.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to talk to you crazy.
Yeah. No, it wasn't about the guy talking to him crazy, because I heard what the guy said. The guy didn't say nothing big, but the taller gentleman just felt a certain way. But I knew it because when I said something a long time ago about, like I said, it was a misogynistic comment, obviously. And he didn't agree with it. He was like, well, no, I know my wife. When she come home, man, she checked, da-da-da. And I was like, oh, wow. But then that happened. I was like, oh, wow. Because I thought I was just going off. Like, I was just too misogynistic and everything. Like, what's wrong with me? Mm-hmm. But then when he did that, I was like, nope, you see, you're a bitch.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. You're a little bitch. Yeah, I get it. Okay. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Yeah, so that's my thing. It's like, okay, what happens to these beta males that you want to take up for? Want to take up for them?
Who,
like,
me?
Yep, you. Like, oh, but you could get a good one. And then they'll probably be miserable dealing with this woman that's probably on them. Like, what's up with you? Why you ain't do this? Why you ain't do that? Why you ain't doing this? Why you ain't doing that?
Oh, man. They got to come across. I still think it could work because, like I said, I think I'm predisposed to be a certain way. So that's why I act that way. It's an avatar that I can keep up with. Like, yeah, you know what? I can play this role. But being the same way I am analytically and having the same brain, maybe not having the same aesthetic, if I had to play the role of a beta male, I know how to play it to the best of my ability. I'm carrying the shoes. I'm doing all type of stuff.
Ron, what do you say all the time? Like, it would take for you to be somebody else to really say these things. So you can't.
I did just say I don't have the same aesthetics.
Or the brain. Exactly. But because you have this brain, that's why you're able to think that way. These people aren't.
She said these people, like they're incapable of anything. There are plenty of people out here in beautiful relationships with beta males. And mind you, when I said successful relationships, mean that they're moving towards a goal and they're making steady progress towards that. So yeah.
I think that, okay, this is the goal, right? And then you have these two people moving towards it. I don't know if that's really success. I think that two people should be trying to grow while they're moving towards these goals together. I think that would be more successful.
Right.
When you're growing as a person, this person is no. Mm-mm. Because let's say I would get into a relationship with a beta male.
Right.
We're moving along towards this goal, but I'm carrying more of the weight. Right? Because I'm growing as a person.
Yeah, but they're supporting you. They're supporting you.
How? What is the support that you speak of?
The affectionate words of encouragement, the salt baths, I guess, the cooking when you come home from your long day at work. I got dinner ready for you. Your bath is ready for you.
That I'm good off that. I want to do the cooking. Like, I want to cook for my Sigma male.
So it's either alpha or nothing.
For me.
God.
I would be frustrated. 3%. I would be frustrated dealing with this person that
3%
is really not taking us towards this goal. It's more like, okay, me going up here and this person following me, patting me on the back like, yo, good job, baby. You're like, get away from me. I don't even need you.
Check this out. Do women really find alpha males irresistible? This woman can't fucking stand alpha males. An alpha male disposition masks all sorts of weaknesses and insecurities. Nothing is stronger than a man who doesn't feel the need to prove himself with any of that bullshit. Same goes for women.
That's because she's talking about a pretend alpha.
Yeah.
She's talking about these pretend alphas because there are more pretend alphas than there are real alpha males.
Yeah.
That's what it is. These pretend alphas that try so hard. I have the list right here. They're loud. They're aggressive. They're overly intimidating. They like to show off. They try to act tough. They try to belittle other people. They bully people. Ooh. When they shake your hand, they grip too hard because they want to try.
That's so corny.
That's that fake alpha male. And especially in front of women, you would notice that they're going to act even more tough and try to show off even more and try to play you to try and make themselves look like this.
Okay. So check this out. How do Sigma males act?
They don't act. They're not actors.
Check this out. Number one, they are born in rebel. So they're born rebels. They get a lot of attention without even trying. They have a unique way of doing things. They know what they want. They like to live in the moment. They are hard to get. They love to have their own space. They have a style of their own. They have no expectations from others. Importantly, they don't have close friends. They are deep thinkers. They can't adapt to anything.
I'm in love.